So, if you've been paying any attention to the news, you're no doubt aware of that border standoff between the Texas government and the feds, and how Texas is finally taking matters into their own hands after the government has repeatedly refused to take care of their responsibility with the border. It's a really great moment to see, especially as a Texas resident myself, who is so tired of all of the crap that's been happening with the border. But did you know that there's something much, much worse in store than just securing the border? The truth is, thanks to the tireless investigations of Representative Robert Garcia, we now know the true secret agenda behind the MAGA wall and all of the darkness that it will unleash upon our country. That's right, everyone. Donald Trump wants to put a shark moat around the border.
I will not yield. I want to remind the public that Donald Trump and House Republicans also have their own ideas for the border. So let's review the majority's border ideas that they've actually presented. Here they are. Donald Trump actually has said that he wants to build alligator moats along the border. That's one of his incredible ideas. Another idea that Donald Trump has promoted is he actually wants to electrify the border fence and maybe even put some spikes on the border. That's another Donald Trump and MAGA majority border idea. Another idea, which I'm not sure how well it would go, is he wants to actually bomb northern Mexico with missiles. That's another Trump idea. And finally, I think one of the ones that I think is the most grotesque is suggestions that instead we should maybe just shoot migrants in the legs as they cross the border. So once again, the Donald Trump and MAGA plan is alligator moats, bombing northern Mexico, shooting migrants in the legs, and electrifying the fence and putting spikes on them. That is the Donald Trump border plan.
He wants to bomb Mexico. He wants to have them shoot the immigrants in the legs. I mean, bro just has like a full 8 tier defense strategy. He's going to make the border just an impenetrable fortress. But jokes aside, I'm genuinely amazed that he's even presenting this somewhat seriously. Like, this is something the majority of MAGA Republicans or Trump himself actually want. I mean, he's even got that stupid, like, postcard behind him with, like, the just wonderful Photoshop of what the wall's gonna look like, which honestly it looks fucking fire. I mean, if Donald Trump actually said that he wanted to shoot the immigrants in the leg or that they were gonna bomb Mexico, we would never hear the end of it. The media takes Trump clips from years and years and years ago. They take one little thing he said, they rip it out of context, and they just play it again and again and again and again. I mean, they're still doing that with the Charlottesville hoax, the good people on both sides crap. They never stop. They've never stopped that, even though that was like almost 10 years ago. That was almost 10 years ago. So if Trump actually said something like that, if he actually said that they were gonna shoot the migrants, we would know because the media would never stop playing it. Never. So I have no idea where he even got this information from. Is he just making this up completely? Like, what's the strategy here? Like, that's what really confuses me. It's like, why is this man coming up onto Congress to claim this? What's the goal? Does he actually think that they'll buy this? That they'll think that Trump actually wants to do this? Does he actually think that the public is gonna be like, oh my god, he wants to put an alligator moat? I mean, this is just kind of baffling. Like, why? And that also kind of contributes to just how disingenuous they're being about this whole situation. You know, trying to make out like an honest attempt to just secure a border is some kind of horrible, genocidal thing. I mean, really? Bombing Mexico? And the comments are just memeing it. They're all just I mean, obviously no one's taking this seriously because how could you? But the comments saying stuff like, is he saying that like it's a bad thing? He forgot the sharks with laser beams. When did South Park start writing scripts for Congress? This man is on the verge of tears, using memes posted on the internet to defend his position of an open border. I'm already supporting Trump. He didn't have to convince me. Democrat congressmen like Robert Garcia aren't serious people. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, how could you say something like this unironically? You know, there's no way. Bomb northern Mexico with missiles? Pretty sure you bomb cartels with bombs. In case you need more reasons to vote for Trump, here they are. And then we got memes like solution to illegal immigration, the deporterator, which is just a trebuchet. Florida National Guard. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy that this is going on, and I really want to know what's the lore here. What's the story behind this man getting this information? Who did he get it from? Where did he get it from? Did he go on like Reset Era and read a bunch of like schizo posts and then just decide, oh yes, this is totally legitimate, credible information? I mean, what a great use of Congress's time this is. Really tackling the real issues, like the alligator moat. And the truth is, if you ask me, I think the Democrats are panicking because they've realized the border is gonna cost Biden the election. Like it is now like the number one issue in the country. Everyone's talking about it, even people who don't live in border states, even people in these Democrat blue cities that are getting a bunch of migrants shipped to them. All of a sudden, the problem's at their doorstep. Now they get it. Now they're against it. Now they want something to be done. So even those cities, New York, Los Angeles, Portland, the sanctuary cities full of blue blood liberals who just want to protect the asylum seekers. Even they are now like, you know what? Get these guys out of here for real. That's not good. And so when you have even the Democrats turning on the border issue like this, it looks so terrible for Biden and the Democrats because all of a sudden they don't have the support anymore. And they're trying to stop Texas from securing the border. And then you've got that convoy of trucks. You've got all these states sending their National Guards to Texas. It's devolving into a real situation for them. And their solution is just to double down. It's just to be like, yeah, keep the border open. Just keep it open. Keep it open. And the public are done. The public are done with pretending like it's not an issue. The public are done with being lied to about what's happening. And if the Democrats don't like do a complete 180 and shut down the border themselves, it's just going to get worse and worse for them. And they're not going to shut down the border themselves. They're not going to do that. And so that's why I think they're resorting to crap like this like total joke where they're just desperately, I guess, trying to convince people that Trump wants to put alligators in the border for some reason in order to, I guess, not make them support closed border, or like just making the claim that he said that he to shoot migrants in the legs, even though again, where's the clip? Where is it? Why didn't you show the clip? Wouldn't it strengthen your argument if you had a nice clip of Donald Trump saying let's shoot the migrants in the legs? If that clip was real, bro, CNN and MSNBC would be repeating that thing for hours and hours and hours every day. You just hear shoot the migrants in the legs on loop again and again and again. And so that's why I just can't believe that's real. He has to have made that up. There's no way he wouldn't have made that up. Like I want to know what his sources were because I bet he has sources, but they're probably like the most wacko crazy sources you've ever seen. And I just want to know, like, is it were they posts from Reset Era or maybe even 4chan, even though 4chan is really right wing. So I doubt they would be having Democrat schizo posting there, but who knows? Maybe. Yeah, anyway, I just thought this was hilarious. I couldn't not talk about this because it's so funny. Crocodile moat or alligator moat, whatever. They're like the same thing anyway. Electro wall. I don't know. I feel like putting spikes on the wall is genuinely a good idea. Not even gonna lie, putting spikes on the wall. Like let's say the wall they built outside of the Capitol when the quote unquote insurrection happened. That had barbed wire on it. So anyway, kind of a short one for today. I just thought it was funny. Because it's so funny. I knew this year was going to be great with the election coming up. It was just going to be like political theater out the wazoo. But let me tell you, it's shaping up to be something really special.